I think the global energy challenge at the moment, I think, is the cost, the investment, for example, and take just an example, renewable energy, like solar and also wind power. The capital investment is very high, and so people need to bear in mind that. And also important things for all this kind of energy, actually, you need to make sure the maintenance and also the repair is very, very important. Particularly, for example, I'm working on offshore wind turbine, and the reliability is very important. So in case there's a failure, then it will be a disaster because it costs a lot of money. In this case, in my personal opinion, I'm working on the wind power generation, for example. So there's two types. One is could be isolated, standalone. I personally think this is particularly suitable for Africa. The reason is because this is very localized. Not necessarily this power need to be connected into the bigger grid, for example. So this is one, and there's a good technology developed. And another one obviously is like a more conventional renewable energy for wind power. Of course, I'm talking about the more conventional. It's already very new compared with solar, for example. Then you compare with hydroelectric, even more challenging and new now. I think in theory it's possible, and the percentage of EV is really developing very fast, but it's not very balanced globally. For example, in China, the percentage is already very high. In Europe, in America, it's catching up. But obviously, at the moment, it's a lag behind China. And that's why I fully agree with the European governments. They try to slow down a little bit, take time, take steps. But obviously, if we look at Africa, then this will take even longer, I would think. The key point is because not only just the technology is not a problem there, but there's a couple of issues we need to sort out. For example, one is the infrastructure for the charging station. And you need to have a lot of charging stations distributed in the whole country. And otherwise, it will be a big challenge. Although at home, you can have a charging system as well. And also there's some other technology, for example, so-called plug-in charger car. And then you carry the charger all the way around, for example. So this is very important. Honestly speaking, I'm working on electric vehicle, but I'm not buying yet. One of the reasons is because my friend drive an electric vehicle. We sit in the motorway station, and then he tried to look for the charging station. Then there's no station left, and he was quite worrying, and looking for that. Then I thought, I'll wait for a minute. But the technology is very, very mature already, to be honest, anyway. I don't think for the big passenger aircraft, and I think it will stay for a very long time anyway. But for some small one, like a personal one or just a few small number, then it's possible. But you may have heard, Rolls-Royce has sold its electrical electric aircraft division. They have sold it, but they have developed for a long time. Well, the electrification, I think, in broader sense, there's a lot there anyway, and the electric vehicle is only one of them. And the trend, to be honest, the vast majority trend already electrified. But obviously nowadays the faster trend is coming as well. And in China, it's a bigger percentage now, but in Europe, still limited there. And so this could be one. And also electrify the ships, for example, and it's a very big power, and so it's also part of that. And this is the high power side. And then we can also look at the very low power side. It could have electric bicycle, right? And in fact, there's another type. It's not all electric bicycle, but it's so-called electric assisted bicycle, for example. Because for some people, they want to ride on bicycle for exercise, but sometimes if you try to go somewhere very hilly, then you still need to have some electric assisted, for example. So there's quite a lot there. As I said, what you mentioned about the electric aircraft, I normally would call it more electrified aircraft. So try to use some electrical system to replace the pneumatic system on the aircraft. Then that's possible. And to fully replace the aircraft electrically, I think that will wait for a long time. I can't see it for the next 10 years anyway. But electric vehicle, it will be 10 years, definitely anyway. And the train is already there, and ships, I think are also possible. This conference, fantastic. Well, first of all, I would like to say this is the first time I come to south part of Africa. I've only been to Tunisia in the whole Africa. I always dreaming to come here, and it's a very good venue, and also I think the topic is very important, and not only globally, but specifically to Africa, and also I think to Mauritius as well. And I think there's a lot of topics that we're talking about, the solar energy and wind energy. Of course, both of them are solar energy anyway. And I think that's very good. And I hope in the future we'll have some more technical conference held in Africa, because this time is a bit high level one, and there's a lot of technologies to push forward all these kind of things. As I mentioned, the wind power cost of energy is dropping very rapidly, and so more affordable. And if with the government's strong support and also new policy, and I'm quite sure, particularly for this Mauritius island, I think very good. But if we go for electrification, we need to have the energy first anyway. But this energy must be renewable. Otherwise, if we use the traditional energy, then try to make the electrification, so as a whole, it's not so ideal. So I think it's very timely and very high quality. I really enjoyed the conference.